Well, on, you say me owe you $1,000. I'm give you 100 Canadian dollar.
So for 100 Canadian, I find a value more than cloud Jamaica $1,000.
Hey!
Big up Bunty.
Yeah, big up Bunty.
Yeah, man, straight Bunty, I'm a general. You know what I mean? Bunty, one of them artists there, work.
Masicka, what was the price you charge CJ Milan for you to go in Barclays Center?
When you're an artist and you don't have a booking agency and you don't have somebody booking for, and your girlfriend is booking your show.
Appearances were historic because everybody will advertise the day of the show.
Because I'm not, Foota had told me that Kemara Magiga was going to pay the money. She was not going to pay the money, and they
tell we say, oh, yo, we not disrespect the promoter, she got suck her down.
When I keep a show, I will be the promoter. I will not be in the bar trying to sell liquor and then be
consistency don't make you perfect. Hard work don't make you perfect. Smart work don't make you perfect.
Big up Marcus Garvey. Watch out.
If you have 8 universities in Jamaica, 5 public, 3 private, why aren't the students who graduate from your university building a highway for Jamaica? Why are you bringing Chinese to Jamaica when you have engineering students, you have construction students, you have science students? If your university cannot produce children to build the highway, then fix the university. Don't bring in the Chinese.
Like Marcus Garvey with me sword up on the right hand side. Till I see I in the chariot and the ride in my right.
When me buy no volume at 10,000 at that.
So 10,000 and 1,000 are the said cloth thing.
Brother. This is 10,000. It's equivalent to 10,000 Jamaican dollar.
Yo, I want to that soil, man.
When it comes down to Jamaicans, everybody know that Jamaicans are among the smartest set of people in the world, my people. But you don't know you have a lot of Jamaicans where, for some reason or another, you know, them not fully educated. You get me? I say, some man may not go to school properly, some man may not get no tertiary education, and some people probably just slow overall, my people. You get me? I say, and it's quite understandable. But in all of that, all of them people are ones that are considered duns. One thing you can really find is one way you can trick with money. No care how a man no go to school. When it come on to the money part, him always understand where I go on there some people. You can hardly trick him. However, I'm going to see a video online where a selector give a bridge in $100 Canadian, and boy, the man a ball say is $1,000 Jamaican him forget me people because him don't know what go on with them money there. At the first, for this long time, I see a man where would have on that level there where him they even understand money. As me say, me know say you have a lot of people where, you know, academically probably them not there, but when it comes down to money, most or everybody normally is there with people. You don't have to check out that video for yourself.
Well, on the way, you know what? How much more? How much more? How much more?
Yo.
Well, on, when I ask that question, how much more? How much more? How much more? 1,000 more. How much money this? How much? Well, on, how much money this?
How much money, brother?
How much money? Well, on. See that?
That money I get too much problem, brother.
Well, on. You say me owe you $1,000. I'm give you 100 Canadian dollar.
So for 100 Canadian, I find a value more than blood clot Jamaica $1,000.
When me buy no volume more at 10,000 at that.
So 10,000 and 1,000 are the said blood clot thing.
Brother, this is 10,000. It's equivalent to 10,000 Jamaican dollar.
Yo, I want to that post soil, man.
Brother,
you check I'm frightened for money.
Brother, at 10,000 Jamaican dollar, this equivalent to.
Yo.
Watch out. Get fuck I don't know money. Watch out. I owe him $1,000 for wash my car. See that $1,000. I'm going to tell him, say, no Jamaican currency. Me I give you 100
I don't want this. I don't want this blood clot. I want 1,000 Jamaican, brother.
Alright, give me.
Yeah, my people, boy, I first in a long time I see something like that. As we say, you don't know, say, fully done, saw the slang for all the road in a Jamaica, my people. Every man has say them fully done. All a man where go the maximum in a college or rock the slang fully done. But at the first, me see this in a long while where a man no understand even how the money system go, my people. No care how you know go to school or them thing, them man. When it come on to the money part, you hardly can find anybody where you can trick with that, my people. This are the first in a long time you see something like this. Not sure what are your thoughts and your views, but when it comes down to the musical side, we that's where the likes of Masicka would that disclose, you know, how him journey start, you know, who inspire him to start DJ and all of that, my people. And would I give maximum props to the likes of Killa, stating that Killa has been supporting him journey long before a lot of people know, and he would have give the reasons why he would have such respect and regards to the Killa, my people. We see him on, you know, DJ Nori International Podcast. You can check out the full podcast on YouTube. And, you know, this is what Masicka said.
Big up Bunty.
Yeah, big up Bunty.
Yeah, man, straight Bunty, I'm a general. You know what I mean? Bunty is one of them artists there where I have to give him flowers for what he do for music.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Yeah, fake. And him still I do it.
Yeah.
With the same force and the same energy and
yeah,
man, no weakness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No
yeah.
shaking and Killa thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah man, you have to big up Killa. But you know what people don't know is Killa support me before the fame. You know?
I can see that. I can see that.
You must support me before the fame. So
I can see that.
in the initial part of my career, when my just come up, my mom used to love Bunty music. So listen Bunty Killa music. Nothing when I'm ski man. When we get opportunity now. Cause the person where kind of make me start DJ, I think of the first one like I said it, he used to name Alkaline. So him used to idolize Killa. So him DJ like Killa, so Killa was him artist. And his host used to go about me young and he used to play him soundbox and DJ just like Killa. You know what I mean? First time I got a studio to him bring me got a studio. So
yeah.
When we meet Killa, I think it was my farmer manager Corey used to have Quad, I think Quad used to run. And one time in at the club.
Corey Todd.
Yeah, Corey Todd. So one time in at the club and you don't know Corey push the thing hard them time there.
Yeah, Corey,
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know. You know what I mean? Corey, day and night, no sleep. You understand? So Killa in at the club one night with me and Corey introduced me to him and he say, yo, you're tough in a youth. You know what I mean? Love your song, them don't stop praying. From that him always, you know, reach out, give me blessings and you know, you know what I mean? And
that's killer.
yo, keep it going and you have the talent and you know what I mean? I say so enough time when you even feel so motivated and you know say, all right then, a star of such magnitude, see your potential, see where you can go in the music and encourage. I can't stop again. Killa, tell me something.
Yeah. What's the best advice he's
My people, that is the likes of Masicka in here. You don't know how the thing go. Yeah, man, not sure what are your thoughts and your views. And also, you don't know the Beenie Man summer season has passed and gone, but you don't know the likes of Future Fambo. You know, since he wasn't built for the event, and him strongly believe that if he was built for the event, then, you know, more people that turn out. You don't know, say, him now give Beenie Man a rest. So that's where Future Fambo is targeting Beenie Man, and is once more stating that summer season would have brought out more crowd if him was booked, and stated that Kemar McGregor would have paid the money according to what Foota I tell him, my people. I get to me, I say, and stated that Beenie Man wife, you know, Camille would have be the one who is disagreeing with the whole thing, and is outlining that a Camille run Beenie Man head and is running him into a disaster, my people. Boy, Fambo not easy. Check it out.
When you're an artist and you don't have a booking agency, and you don't have somebody booking for, and your girlfriend is booking your shows. Your girlfriend or your wife or your spouse or your sweetheart is booking your shows, and she makes the decision. So who wear the pants? She wear the pants because she demands what you want to do, and when she makes the bad decisions, you got to live with it. So I think that was the girl made the decision that she doesn't want Fambo on the show because Kemar McGregor was going to pay the money, but the girl is be like, oh, Fambo feel like him bigger than you. Remember, I used to wash your car, and I used to feed your dog, and I used to send him go buy a cigarette. No, you can't send him go buy a cigarette. And Fambo is the man because the tables have turned. The peasant became the king. You understand? And it's crazy. It's like a Fambo. The kids never follow. If you had booked Fambo for your show, then you would have a full show. But your woman runs your life. She runs your life. You doesn't have no talk. And everybody told me, because I'm not, Foota had told me that Masicka was going to pay the money. She was not going to pay the money. And they agreed, and you agreed. And then she came down and be like, oh, Fambo them are this and Fambo them are that. We not book him, we not book him, we not book him. So when you're a woman make all this decision and you have no stock in your house, you know what you become? What about this, huh? When I told no girl clothes me now, ha, what? Oh my God, what a day.
So I'm a beautiful people. That is the likes of Future Fambo. You don't know all the things. And a lot of people are saying when he come out to Future Fambo, him should leave Beenie Man alone. But Future Fambo didn't even stop there, my people. Him go on to, criticize even Beenie Man style and moderating the event, my people. I don't know, Beenie Man was like the MC for the event the whole night. He was on there when all of the artists them perform. And I participate in the set and all of them things, my people. You don't know the likes of Future Fambo stated that if he was the one keep him the show, him wouldn't do things like that. Check it out.
When I keep a show, I will be the promoter. I will not be in the bar trying to sell liquor and then be at the gate collecting money and then in the kitchen cooking curry goat, then be an MC. I will be sitting in the VIP booth sipping champagne while my money come to ticket, the people who book the ticket for me, and I'm going to book an event planner who plan the event. And I won't let the artists that come from America fly on JetBlue. They will have a charter flight here. So next year is Future Fambo birthday. You understand? We're gonna have Drake and if I book Jaru, I will surely book Ashanti because both of them have songs together. I thought that was the mistake.
But Jaja know, we can't look but laugh. But that is what the likes of Future Fambo is saying, my people. But come on, everybody know that when it comes down to Beenie Man, them man they, just like the music, you see it. So them man they have it involved in the music from the, as me say, Beenie Man is a unique character, because Beenie Man we go up on all an interview and a stutter and you know, understand what he must say and him just say something, my people. But once a sound system turn on, boy, them man they have it, they round it full. When it come on to Beenie, my people, them man there is a next level type of artist, yeah, man. Them man they love music, my people. You get to me I say? And at the end of the ideas, I say, I don't know why. But I just musical politics still, cause though the man never Beenie, the man never make a show look like the show was empty, my people. And I continue to say that was not the case. I agree, say the turnout wasn't the biggest. But you don't know the show never flopped either. Like how some man that say it flop. Boy, the people them not easy at all. And also, me that see the G1 Kevin. You don't know, as me say them and they are crash out boss, And no one Kevin no seems to process well the Barclays Center event with Masicka, my people. Right now we see where one Kevin a question all the we see where one Kevin a question how much Masicka get and all of them thing there. And also I tell CJ Milan once more where we go suck out and all of them something, my people. And would I outline the power of Vybz Kartel and defending Vybz Kartel and all of that. Why Kevin not easy, my people? I don't know what them are doing with him. Check it out.
19,000 full the place. 19,000 supposed to be in there. Yeah, now, not even that. Masicka, what was the price you charge CJ Milan for you to go in Barclays Center? 100,000, 50,000? Yeah, because you can't pass that. Now, the problem is that CJ Milan is getting them money for dirt cheap. So $100,000 and nothing to CJ Milan when she have to pay a cartel $1.5 million. Think about it. When she have to pay a cartel $1.5 million, she vexed because cartel is out there charging $1.5 million and he's getting his show. CJ Milan thinks say when cartel they here now and him now go get no show, nobody now go book him. She are the only person can book cartel. She are the only person can sell out show with cartel. No, you're not. You're not. Cartel is giving you a little bit of his blessings. When Cartel use you as a promoter, and you're out there so and you try to go against the fan base, CJ Milan, you need to build and chill because you need to go think about this. Who is the fans? We are the fans. Who is the artist? Cartel is the artist. Who is the promoter? You is the promoter. Who buy liquor? We buy liquor. Who buy ticket? We buy ticket. Who buy albums? We buy albums. Who support the artist the most? We fucking do. CJ Milan go suck ya. You don't do nothing for Cartel career. And we blood clot do it. And we do it. And we blood clot out here stream the album. And we are play the song. And we are sell the album. And we are buy the album. And we are talk about it. Go suck ya, girl. So me don't know when Uno come here so and Uno want come tell we say, oh, yo, Uno disrespect the promoter, she go suck her da. Fuck you mean where I disrespect the promoter. And we build the artist, make the artist, and we keep the artist in line. And we support the artist. If it's not the fans, then who? If it's not the fans, then who? Promoter? What promoter do for your career? Eh? What promoter do for your career? If you have promoter and you have artists, and you put promoter and artists in a party, don't you missing something? What you missing? If you put promoter and artists in a one party, what you missing? You're missing a selector. You're missing a sound. What you missing after all of that? You're missing the people, the fans who are going to come buy your ticket. Who are going to come buy the...
So yeah, my people, that is the likes of one Kevin, you know, not realizing that his crash out contributed to about, 3,000 of them ticket sales there. Because some people see him out here at this CJ Milan and at this Masicka and I say, that you say, alright. Since I said that we are going to buy the ticket them faster. So, boy, I don't know my people, but the music serious is a shame. We also see where the likes of dancehall artist Alkaline, the fans of Alkaline over in Africa, is outlining that them want the database make the new rules are reality, my people. I get to me and say, yeah man, we would see where a lot of times there is conversations about new rules in Africa and all of that. But we see where the fans in Africa say, well, here we go on. Them feel like a high time the likes of Alkaline keep a new rules down there, my people. You get to me and say, and as you know, I see on the screen, those are some of the comments, we see some man suggest all sorts of countries in Africa, Ghana, Gambia, this part, that part, all over my people. You get to me and say, yeah man, so I don't know how to think my people if you don't feel like well, we know that Alkaline keeping a new rules in Africa would be a good look. But tell me which one of the countries you don't feel like would that be ideal, my people? Gambia, Ghana, Kenya, make me know what to think, my people. Also, we see where the likes of Black Hero, we see Black Hero with some words of motivation, my people. You get to me and say, I don't know, Black Hero is a young reggae artist, we are do it as well, my people. And this is what Black Hero is saying. Check it out.
Consistency don't make you perfect. Hard work don't make you perfect. Smart work don't make you perfect. It makes you prepared. There's no such thing as perfection. It's always something for level up on, always something for work on. Even the unseens that nobody sees, your personal life, personal relationships, things where you need to work on health-wise, your physical, your mental. So there's always something to work on. Hard work don't make perfect. Practice don't make perfect. Makes you prepared. Bang.
So my people, and as we say when it comes down to Black Hero, he's a young reggae artist, but he's doing extremely well globally, my people. We see Black Hero doing a lot of concerts, and he might rock them. Set speed, you see it. We see him in a reggae on the river, plus we see him all over the globe, my people. I just showing like a couple of clippings just to give you an idea of how Black Hero out there rock the place, my people. Check it out.
Reggae on the river. Never going on, see them a black away. They never know. Jaja bless me feet, so when me chant the streets can't get defeat. We bring a place to feast, place to seat at the table. You cannot take me seat. You see Babylon, I say it's up to me. But mine all a weeds, but for me. But none of them don't take it. Hey, reggae on the river, we are crack the sea.
people, that are going by what are going on. And speaking of black hero, you don't know the hero Marcus Garvey. The other day was in birthday, my people. You get to me and say, and me have a piece of clip for share with, with Dr. Omar Johnston. I feel like me I go like share it, you know. Him did there in a Jamaica, and you don't know a lot of the audience, you probably know of Dr. Omar Johnston, know say them man they deal with blackness in everything, my people. You get to me and say, yeah man, when I see him with a speech where him da basically I give the history of Marcus Garvey, but raise some questions as it relates to the Jamaican government, you know, and them connection to the Chinese and other foreign countries and all of that, my people, and question like the universities in Jamaica and all of that, my people. Very interesting reasoning Dr. Omar Johnson have. Me have to run it and you can tell me exactly what you think about what he's saying, my people. Check it out.
Bucket down where you are. And Marcus Garvey made a decision that would transform African history forever, his life forever, and the way we think forever. He decided to remain in the United States. And on July the 2nd of 1918, the Universal Negro Improvement Association was incorporated under the laws of New York State. And not long thereafter, the African Community League followed. And not long after that, the first issues of the Negro World newspaper were slid under the doors for free in New York. And that Negro World newspaper became one of the most notorious, one of the most revolutionary, one of the most feared black publications in all of history. It was through the words of Marcus Garvey, through the Negro World, and through the black man that he threatened the foundation of the British Kingdom. Marcus Garvey threatened the foundation of the American Empire. Marcus Garvey threatened the foundation of the Dutch Kingdom, the Belgian Kingdom, the Portuguese Kingdom. One black man threatened the foundation of over 6 European kingdoms. Brothers and sisters, when we celebrate His Excellency, the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, we celebrate the pride in being an African. We celebrate the resolve in being an African. We celebrate the determination and the victory in being an African. For Marcus Garvey was a gladiator. He was a prophet and he was a gladiator. He was a man who did not know how to quit. He was a man who cared more about his people than he cared about his own breath. Marcus Garvey said, a people without knowledge of their roots, a people without knowledge of their history is like a tree without roots. Brothers and sisters, we got to understand that until our children understand who they are, we don't know where we're going. Today our children are brainwashed with Facebook. They're brainwashed with TikTok. They're brainwashed with Instagram. They're brainwashed with Snapchat. They don't read no more. They don't write no more. They don't think deeply no more, and it is not their fault. I blame us. Because in African culture, it is the parents, not just the biological parents, but the parents in the village who are responsible for the consciousness of the children. If the children are failing, it's because we are failing them. And Marcus Garvey would not be proud of that. We have to get back to being African people and stop trying to imitate Caucasians. We are not Caucasians. God made us black, and God made no mistake when He made us black. But here we are, more than 100 years after slavery, still afraid of our natural hair. Here we are, more than 100 years after slavery, still inferior over our black nose and our black lips, getting surgery, bleaching our skin, wearing weaves and perms, and running around with ugly ass snow bunnies. When are we going to be who God made us to be, brothers and sisters? So Marcus Garvey, with the Negro world in full play, he did not stop. After the Negro world in 1919, Marcus Garvey made one of the greatest decisions of all time for a black leader. He gave us the Black Star Line Steamship Company, incorporated under the laws of Delaware. And when Marcus Garvey gave us the Black Star Line Steamship Company, that's when the white power structure of the world said we have to stop him now. He's not just preaching. He's not just teaching. He's not just leading. Marcus Garvey is trying to destroy the economic domination of Africa by the Western powers. Brothers and sisters, you got to understand how great the Black Star Liner idea was. You must understand that over 85% of everything we eat over 85% of everything we wear, over 85% of everything we drive, over 85% of everything we own comes by way of a ship. There is no such thing as independent African distribution and independent African economic power without an independent global African system to distribute resources. In the world today, if you are African, you have to go to Chinese to sell your products to other Africans. You have to go to Indians to sell your products to other Africans. You have to go to the white man to sell your products to other Africans. Marcus Garvey tried to change that through the Black Star Line Steamship Corporation. Black producers, black distributors, black consumers. No other leader since Marcus Garvey has thought to give us a global system of economic and product distribution. And understand, the Black Star Line steamship was not a failure. It operated, it worked for a good amount of time. But due to the sabotage and through the informers and the infiltration of FBI agents, Marcus Garvey was undermined. Joshua Cockburn, cold-blooded sellout Captain Cockburn, who was an undercover agent who manipulated Marcus Garvey into buying a ship that Captain Cockburn knew was not seaworthy. Garvey did not make mistakes. The black race made the mistake. How can you be blamed for being infiltrated? How can you be blamed for the traitors amongst you? How can you be blamed for the betrayal that comes to you? Marcus Garvey hired the best accountants in New York to take care of the monies of the UNIA. He had the best bookkeepers in New York to take care of the donations. Marcus Garvey himself never even handled a single donation of the Black Star Line or the UNIA. So when you say he made a mistake, why are you making excuses for the white power structure? Why are you making excuses for the Americans and the British? Stand up for your leaders. Stand up for your ancestors. Stand up for the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. He didn't make the mistakes, we made the mistakes. 2022, Marcus Garvey gets arrested. 1922, accused of using the U.S. mails to defraud investors connected with the Black Star Line. A most notorious and unsubstantiated claim. He was convicted on the single evidence being an empty envelope
in Kingston,
owned by a member that he didn't even know out of Philadelphia by the name of Beenie. No doubt an agent of the power structure brought in to convict Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey's own attorney said that he had never seen a man dealt with such contempt in a court of law, that the conviction was a complete farce and it was a trap-up. The judge in Marcus Garvey's trial was an NAACP member, and we know how much the NAACP hated the right excellent, most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. In 1923, he was convicted. In 1924, undeterred by all the problems he was going to, Marcus Garvey attempted to build a community for African people in Liberia. At one time, he had the full support of the Liberian government until the United States involved themselves and sent W.E.B. Du Bois to Liberia to disrupt and destroy that project. And then in 1925, Marcus Garvey goes to prison. But look at what he did. Only arriving in 1916, in jail by 1925, in 9 years, he built the largest black organization in modern history. And even in prison, as the elder said earlier, the UNIA continued to grow. And he's correct that the government said, as a martyr, he's more dangerous than as a free man. But they were also concerned that if Marcus Garvey remained in prison during the next presidential cycle, they would lose out on the black vote. And so Marcus Garvey's sentence was commuted by President Calvin Coolidge to not only try to put some control over this great power, this great menace that the Honorable Marcus Garvey was, but to make sure they could maximize their exploitation of the black vote. And it was none other than the father of another great Pan-Africanist, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, Malcolm X. His father, Earl Little, was one of the leaders of the exoneration campaign for the Honorable Marcus Garvey. It was Malcolm X's father who wrote to President Calvin Coolidge demanding that Marcus Garvey be released from prison. But there was a fateful mistake made by Garvey's attorney. Marcus Garvey's commutation sentence by the president did not require him to leave America. But the Honorable Marcus Garvey did not know this. Marcus Garvey was already on that ship departing Louisiana before he found out that the President of the United States did not require him to be deported.
Wow.
But the enemies of Garvey and the enemies of Garveyism kept that information away from him and kept that information away from the attorney. Where would the UNIA have been had Marcus Garvey been allowed to remain on the throne that he had built in the United States of America? But even after being deported, coming back home to Jamaica to a hero's welcome, Marcus Garvey still was not done. In 1929, we had that great convention here. And of course, there was a split in the UNIA then, and there's a split in the UNIA now. And unfortunately, those of us who are Garveyites and UNIA members, we have to bring the UNIA back together under one umbrella. Too many splits in black organizations is threatening the vitality of these organizations. There should be one UNIA, just as there is one God, one aim, and one destiny. So Marcus Garvey moves on after founding the People's Political Party. He ends up in London for the last years of his life, still fighting until the end for a free to redeemed Africa. Yes, the UNIA sent contingencies to the League of Nations. Yes, the UNIA sent contingencies to the Geneva Convention. Marcus Garvey himself even visited the League of Nations to press for the return of lands from the Germans in African territory controlled by the Germans to Africans in the diaspora so he could build a community for us to go home to. He wasn't the first to do it, but he was the closest to completing it. I'm often asked, why do you consider Marcus Garvey to be the greatest Pan-Africanist? Look at all the great Pan-Africanists we had. Look at Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And look at His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. And look at Amilcar Cabral and Thomas Sankara and Dedan Kimathi. Look at Robert Sobukwe and Samora Machel. Look at Malcolm X and Stokely Carmichael and Henry Highland Garnett and Paul Cuffey and Alexander Crummell and Bishop Henry McNeil Turner, Dr. Umar. With all these great Pan-Africanists, why do you say Garvey was the greatest? The answer is real simple. Although they helped create the foundational ideological blueprint, until Marcus Garvey, Pan-Africanism had no international movement. Until Marcus Garvey, Pan-Africanism had no intercontinental movement. Marcus Garvey was able to marry the ideology of Pan-Africanism to the grassroots black man and woman. Marcus Garvey said race first. We have to put the race first. Jamaica, I want you to understand something. I want to be very clear about this. Because it is alive and well in the Caribbean. It is alive and well in the UK. It is alive and well in Australia. It is alive and well in Central South America and the United States. This idea that non-white people are the friends of African people, that is a trap. You have no friends. Marcus Garvey told us we have no friends. The Chinese are not in Jamaica to be your friend. The Chinese are in Jamaica to take over Jamaica. The Indian is not in Jamaica to be your friend. The Indian is in Jamaica to take over Jamaica. 10 years ago, when I spoke at the Garvey celebration in Ocho Rios, hosted by IRE FM, at that time in 2016, the Chinese had just begun finishing the construction on the North-South Highway. And I spoke of the fact that I thought it was a very dangerous political and economic decision by the government of Jamaica to give the Chinese 1,200 acres of Jamaican land for their own usage as a result of building that highway. $730 million. $730 million of your hard-earned money to the Chinese to build a highway. Well, I would ask the Jamaican government a respectable question. You have 8 universities in Jamaica, 5 public, 3 private. If you have 8 universities in Jamaica, 5 public, 3 private, why aren't the students who graduate from your university building a highway for Jamaica? Why are you bringing Chinese to Jamaica when you have engineering students, you have construction students, you have science students? If your university cannot produce children to build the highway, then fix the university. Don't bring in the Chinese. Brothers and sisters, when I was in Africa, I was told in Ghana, and I was told in Togo, and I was told in Benin, and I was told in Malawi, and I was told in Kenya, and I was told in Liberia, and I was told in Gambia that when the Chinese come in and build the road, after 3 to 4 years, Dr. Umar, the road starts rolling back up like a fruit roll-up. The road is not even laid down permanently for us to use it. So it's not like the Chinese are giving you a good product. The Chinese are charging you monies that you should not be paying for a product Jamaica should be producing herself. Brothers and sisters,
to an African name.
I hear that the Chinese are helping the Jamaican government build a hospital for our children, the Western Children's Hospital. Are we really that silly, Jamaica, that we're going to let Chinese be responsible for the medical and biological health of Jamaican African children? Are we going to be that silly? Are we going to be that crazy to think Chinese are in love with black people all of a sudden? Have you been to China? I've been to China. I've spoken to China. The Chinese are racist. They do not like African people. They can't stand us. In fact, if you overstay your visa in China, they will find you and fly you out. They don't wait for you to decide to leave. They will find you and fly you out. Don't forget what the Chinese did to our African brothers and sisters during COVID. During COVID, what did they do? They accused all the Africans of bringing COVID into China, and they mass deported Africans, even those who had been living in China for decades, brothers and sisters. If the Chinese disrespect black people, why do black countries roll out the red carpet for the Chinese? And the Indians are no better. The Indians are no better at all. Do you think it's a coincidence that the former Vice President of the United States was an Indian, Kamala Harris? Do you think it's a coincidence that the current FBI director is an Indian, Kash Patel? Do you think it's a coincidence that the current mayor of New York City, Mamdani, is an Indian? Do you think it's a coincidence that the wife of the current vice president is an Indian? Since when did the white man fall in love with India? I'll tell you when the white man fell in love with India. When they surpassed China as the most populated nation in the world. India has a population of 1.5 billion people. China has a population of 1.4 billion people. But the problem is, China is 3 times the size of India. India is overcrowded, China is overcrowded, and so India and China are looking for countries that they can colonize so they can discharge their excess population. And if Jamaica is not careful, Jamaica in 50 years will be a colony of the Chinese. In 30 years, you will be a colony of the Indians. Imagine that. The land of Garvey and Marley. Imagine that. The land of Saul Sam Sharp and Paul Bogle. Imagine that. The land of Mother Nanny and Captain Cujo. Imagine that. The land of the great John Brown Rushworth turned into a colony because Jamaican people forgot that African people have no friends. Brothers and sisters, if I was Prime Minister of Jamaica, the first thing that I would do is I would start a farming initiative. A grassroots farming initiative where the Jamaican government would bring organic seed into Jamaica, and we would equip all of the families on the entire island, and together as a force, we would build crop, we would raise our own chickens, our own cattle, we'll grow our own rice, we will produce our own eggs. Everything that we need to consume, Jamaica would produce it itself. Why is Jamaica importing food that Jamaica can grow? Why is Jamaica importing animals that Jamaica can raise? If you allow the Chinese to feed you, the Chinese can kill you. If you allow the Indians to feed you, the Indians can kill you. The first thing that the Jamaican government needs to do is establish a food sovereignty program. Jamaican families,
think it's only
Jamaican
about the
farmers,
Chinese,
let
though,
black Jamaica
Jenny.
feed herself. In Jamaica, if you're telling me,
Just a part of it, I
if
think.
you're telling me that an island, 4,200 square miles, 3 million proud Jamaican Africans, if you can
Thank you
produce your
guys for
own
watching.
food, then God must have been made a mistake when he made us. You can make your own food. We as African people got to stop sitting around waiting for governments controlled by white people to do for us what we can do for ourselves. Marcus Garvey said, self-determination, self-reliance, do for self. If the Jamaican government won't do the right thing, the Jamaican people should do the right thing. Let's stop making excuses. This is our world. This is our children's future that we're playing with. And speaking of the school system, if they don't want to teach the Honorable Marcus Garvey in Jamaica schools, why can't we teach it in the Rasta houses? Why can't we teach it in the community centers? Why can't we teach it in the churches? Why do you need the government to teach Garvey? You can teach Garvey yourself in America. Philadelphia, the city where I was.
So my people, that is the likes of Dr. Omar Johnston, and you know, him say a very interesting thing, say why we have to get engineers, you know, if we have like 8 universities and so forth, why we actually have to get engineers from other places across the world, my people. Why are our universities not producing people like them and we can do certain things as well, my people? Very interesting with what he has to say. You know, would I like to hear, you know, reaction as to what Omar Johnston is saying, my people. I find it very interesting. But big up on yourself and bless up on yourself still, my people. And maximum respect. And as usual, we'll catch you in another one. I'm out.